What's going on, boys and girls? We're going to make some shrimp and grits today. This is a really good recipe, and maybe if you have a chance, you can try it at home. Watch me now. Alrighty, we're going to start off with, of course, some shrimp. We're going to use some stone ground grits. You can use some regular grits if you want to, some of the quick grits, but stone ground grits you have to cook a little bit longer. We're going to use about a half a cup of onions. Going to use maybe a half a cup of thinly sliced bell pepper. Going to use some cream cheese. We're going to use this green onion here for garnish. Of course, we're going to use a little bit of cheddar cheese in it as well. We're going to use some buttermilk and some chicken broth to cook the grits in. We're going to use some bacon as well. Now, this stuff over here, these are mashed sticks, radishes, and celery. We're going to be doing a separate recipe for those that I'm going to show you as well too. And the onion will go along with it. And this right here is just some house seasonings. I showed you guys how to make it the other week. It's a combination of salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and mustard powder. So let's put this thing together. All right, we're going to use a cup and a half of chicken broth, which is that in there. And we're going to use a cup and a half of buttermilk or milk. And we're going to bring that to a boil. Stir it around real good here. Now, you don't have to use buttermilk. You can use regular milk if you want to. And you can cook these grits with just regular water as well too. So we're going to bring that to a boil. Alrighty, I'm also going to fry some bacon. Now, you can fry bacon your traditional way. I'm just going to put this in the oven here, guys. I got the oven set for 375 degrees, and you're just going to need to watch it for about 15-20 minutes, which is about how long the grits are going to take to cook. Alrighty, while we're waiting for our water to boil, we're going to get our shrimp ready. Now, these are Royal Reds, guys. I got these down at the beach. I think it was last year. These things are big old shrimp here. But we're going to take the shells off of them. We're going to devein them as well too. And while that water is boiling, by the time it starts boiling, this should be done. Alright, guys, and just so you know, and maybe you don't know, how to devein a shrimp. And these are big shrimp here. We're going to leave the tail on because it's just going to make it look better on presentation. So we're going to take this shell off, and I hope you guys can see this real well. Take all the shell off. Take the legs off. Now, we're going to take a knife, and you can almost see where the vein is. And it's not really a vein, guys. It's actually where the shrimp poops. I don't know why I said that and whispered a little bit, but but that's what it is. And once you go down, you'll hit it, and you can just, well, most of the time you'll hit it, and you'll see it. And usually you can just take this right here. Can't see that one. There you go. See, that's not much of anything, but that's where it is. That's where the poop is. You just rinse it off and do all the rest of them like that as well. Alrighty, our grits have started to, or our water has started to boil. So now we're going to add our grits in. Just kind of slowly stir those in. This is about 3/4 of a cup to 1.5 cups of liquid. Now, usually with grits, it's 1 to 4 for the most part, but with these stone ground grits, it's a little bit different. And again, it's going to take about 20 minutes. Going to bring that back to a boil. I'm going to add some salt and pepper. And one thing I left out, guys, you got to put some butter in there too. So we're going to add a little slab of butter in there. Big slab of butter. That was about 2 tablespoons of butter there. Going to bring this up to a boil. And then you're going to stir this occasionally, guys, until it thickens up. Alrighty, once it comes up to a boil, give it a stir. And you want to stir this because you don't want it sticking to the bottom. And then we're going to lower the heat to a simmer. And again, it's going to take about 20 minutes. Just make sure you're kind of getting that, touching that bottom too, guys. Now, regular grits, you don't have to do it like this, but when you add milk to it, you got to really be careful and wash these things like a hawk, because they will stick to the bottom. The regular grits that you're cooking in water, no, you don't have to do it like that. All right, we took our bacon out. You can tell part of my oven cooks a little bit faster than the other one, but we want the bacon to be crispy, guys. So this is crispy. This is almost, it's not quite burnt, but it's it ain't far from it. So you're going to take about 2 tablespoons of this oil right here and use it to saute your onions, peppers, and your shrimp. Also, let's take a look at our grits. And they are, oh yeah, they're nice and thick here. That's kind of what you want. And it's been about 20 minutes, guys. So by the time you get your shrimp ready and all that, and your vegetables chopped up, that's what you want here. So we're going to put this, we're going to turn this off. All right, we're going to stir in about a cup of our cheddar cheese. And we're also going to put in about half a cup of our cream cheese. And this is cream cheese that's got chives and onions in it here. Good. Let's stir that in. Oh, these are going to be delicious, guys and gals. So good, so good. I'm going to give it a taste too, to make sure it tastes really good. Not too salty, and it shouldn't be, because I didn't put a lot in there. So you can always add salt to it. You can't always take it out. You can try to calm it down, but all right. Now we're going to get our shrimp ready. All right, we're going to take a little bit of our oil from the bacon, about 2 tablespoons full. It's going to make a lot of good sauteing grease. Now, someone said something the other day about using bacon grease and stuff like that. You could use another type of oil, but how you going, if the recipe calls for bacon, how you going to fry it? And you don't have to use bacon in your recipes if you don't want to, guys. You could use turkey bacon. You know, this is my recipe. I'm going to eat it like I want to eat it. All right, we're going to heat that up, and then we're going to add our bell peppers, which we've already cut them up, and our onions. And we're going to cook those until they're nice and glistening. Just going to stir them around. This is going to be so good, guys. And we'll come back once we get those cooked. All right, guys, now we're going to take our bacon and we're going to crush this here. So I've got one of these little mallets, little hammer, and the camera. Yeah, that's the way you run your camera. That's the way you do it, guys. Oh yeah, that's real good editing right there. That's perfect. All right. Oh, I didn't realize I still had the darn camera on. All right, we'll do it this way. We'll do it this way, guys. Just kind of, I'm going to do our bacon this way. And we're just trying to crush it into pieces. See how it's kind of crushing? Then we eat some of it. You know, sometimes I say I'm going to edit that stuff out, but then sometimes I say, well, it's kind of funny to have it in there. Let you know this is not done by a big studio. This is just done by a little country boy making a YouTube video or a video for social media. See, and that's what we have once we get it all crushed up like that. That's kind of how you want it. Now I had to take the knife and cut up some of it because it wasn't cooked real crispy, so I had to cut it up So it's still not going to change the taste of what I'm making. All right, guys, now we're going to add our shrimp to our mixture here. And it's not going to take long for those shrimp to cook. Not long at all. But you do want to make sure that everything's evenly distributed. And you want to keep stirring it around. And you'll start to notice when they start to turn nice and pink. Try not to break the tails off if you can help it. Now we're going to throw a lid up here just so they'll cook thoroughly for about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. Alrighty, while we're waiting for that, we've chopped up some onions. And remember I told you I was going to make some radish sticks. Chopped up some onions here. We're going to saute that. We're going to add our radishes to them. We're going to add some spices. Here's where you can use some Tony Satcheries. And that's really all we're going to use is Tony Satcheries here, guys. And we're going to saute that down. See if I can find a spoon here. Hope you can hear me over the fan. I'll turn the fan off. And now the shrimp should be done. So we're going to take the shrimp out. Let's take a look at the shrimp, see what it looks like. Oh yeah, nice and pink. You don't want to overcook shrimp if you can help it. So we're going to take this out here and we're going to add it to our grits. And then we'll be done, guys. It will be all done. Alrighty, because we didn't season this, this is when we add our pepper sauce. Costs about two teaspoonfuls. I just eyeballed that. We're going to add our house seasoning. Stir it all around. And don't forget about our other stuff here. Can we see over there? There we go. I'm just going to saute this. You know, I didn't really think I liked radishes that much, but excuse me, after I started eating them and cooking them more, I really like radishes. Now I've got this turned off, guys, so don't think I'm still cooking these here. Oh, another thing that you do too, guys, is you add your bacon to it. You don't want to forget the bacon. Oh yeah, this right here probably makes the whole recipe. Oh yeah, cannot beat that. Again, you can leave the bacon out. You don't have to do it. The stuff's going to taste good even without the bacon. Tastes better with the bacon. But it'll taste good even without the bacon. Alright. Try not to make this a real long video, but it looks like it's going to be a little bit longer. Alrighty, so this is almost done, guys. It's all tender. Now what we'll do to bring out some of the flavor, we're going to add just a tad bit of apple cider vinegar. Just not much, maybe about a tablespoon, teaspoon. Just to kind of give it a little bit of flavor. apple cider vinegar can really enhance foods in a way that you wouldn't think it would. All right, that is all done here. We're going to plate it up and y'all can see what we got. Turn off the heat. All right, we're going to plate this up here. I'm not giving my wife's on a special diet, so I'm not going to give her, it looks like I'm cheating her, but she's on a special diet right now, so she don't want a whole lot of grits. Me, on the other hand, I ain't on no diet. So, I mean, this is a lot anyway, guys. All right, now we're gonna give our, if I can find me spoons and stuff here. And with this, we're just gonna add the mixture here, and she can eat the shrimp. Add the mixture to it here. And if you want it to be, I'll use mine. Want it to be kind of fancy looking, and kind of make them stand up like this. See, there's a tail that's falling off. Can make hers fancy looking too. There's the tail that fell off right there. All right, let's put her another shrimp in there, like that. Another one in there like that. And we'll put this one here in the center. All right. And then we will garnish it a little bit with some cheese. And put a little bit of green onions, just to kind of give it a little bit of garnish. And there you have it, guys. That is beautiful. Yeah, that is beautiful right there. That's going to be delicious. So thanks for watching. Oh, my other plate. All right, guys, don't get me wrong. I did make that radish and onion and celery dish, and it is good. But the grits and shrimp were so doggone good. We didn't even eat this, so we're going to just save this for dinner. Peace.